water signs. I'm Mimi, aka the Piscean Seer, and this is your weekly elemental reading. Okay, like and subscribe if you get anything out of this. Thank you to those of you who do like, subscribe, and comment. It is greatly loved and appreciated. God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, all beings of light, only with the best interest of me and the water signs at heart, you are welcome into this reading. Please give the water signs the best and the most accurate information for them at this time. So what is the overall energy for the water signs, Spirit? Okay. That was too many. Okay, thank you. The paradigm shift, okay, with its air, paradigm shift, okay. You could be a life path number 1 or 3. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. You could be observing something. That's what I'm getting from like all these eyes, okay. You could be, I don't know. Hold on. We got furred and feathered friends, okay, which makes me think about the sacral chakra, okay. I learned that, you know, your pets, your animals, okay, they really help you with sacral chakra healing. You know, every time that you're petting them or loving them, they're actually helping you to heal your sacral chakra, okay. Maybe you need to light an orange candle for your sacral chakra. I feel like you're doing a lot of sacral healing. That's like big time, okay. We got Venus, okay, with love and beauty, okay. So I don't know, maybe there's a need for you to embrace more love and beauty. I'm gonna read air first. So it says, we're in a time of great change and the speed of our evolution is increasing exponentially, okay? It says, with our advancing technology and ability to communicate, more knowledge and power are available to us as individuals than we have had for centuries, okay? So get very investigative, okay? Start learning more things, okay? The more you know, for sure. Okay, it says there are also more platforms where we can share this information. We have the ability to connect with the tribes who are making a difference, to connect with the web of change where our lights unite and increase, okay? You can spend a lot of time on the internet, okay? It says information that was inaccessible, taboo, or shrouded in mystery or initiation, especially in the healing arts, is now available, okay? We can engage many tools as we build energetic sovereignty and create pockets where we can choose to make big changes in our communities. We can inspire others, connect the dots, and receive and share the knowledge and tools needed for transformation. As we wake up, we can't help but awaken those around us. It may start with an inquiry on what's this fresh news and long-awaited breath in... Wait. As we wake up, we can't help but awaken those around us. It may start with an inquiry on what this fresh, new, and long-awaited breath in is all about. An expansive being holds a tiny heart-shaped seedling when the foundations we build on come from a place of love over fear. We will see huge positive change in the world. We can start with ourselves, okay? So, I don't know, maybe you have a lot of fears going on, you know, like surrounding, you know, where your life is going, or I don't know, what you want to build, where you want to be in the future. You know, whatever you want to do can be accomplished, especially right now, okay, with all of this knowledge and communication happening around, you know. It all depends on you and taking that first step, you know what I mean? You are the thing that kicks off your own paradigm shift, okay? And also, Spirit's saying, don't feel stuck, you know what I mean, or held back in in any way. You know, you can accomplish anything that you put your mind to, okay? That is the gift that God gave you, you know, the gift to manifest and the gift to get as close to him as you want to, you know, and make sure that you are setting the proper intentions, you know, and moving in a more positive way, okay? So let me see, what is the Venus Love and Beauty saying here in this book? She said 10, 10, 10 across the board, okay? Maybe even get some more confidence about you and yourself, you know, like feeling more and more comfortable in your skin, okay? You could be doing that. I don't know why I said more twice, okay? It says whether it is now about an evolution of self-esteem or simply decadent self-indulgence whereby we amuse ourselves, Venus always shows itself in this way. When we find ourselves in a shopping frenzy, enjoying or loving a delicious meal, it is Venus that makes it possible to appreciate all the good things in life and ourselves, okay? So that's what they're asking, you know. They're asking you to give yourself a little bit more self-love, okay? Especially right now is what they said, okay? Give yourself more love and attention, you know. Don't be so concerned with what everyone else has going on, you know. Now's the time for you to flex that independence that you have, you know. Spend a little bit more time on your own is what they're saying, okay? It'll really aid you in your spiritual growth, okay? My incense went out. It also says in the birth chart of a woman, the Venus sign will indicate the qualities with which she attracts partners. Also, in the horoscope of a man, the Venus sign will show the type he is attracted to, okay? This is also valid vice versa, the other way around, okay? It shows with which... Venus in the position of each house shows with which people we enter into relationships, both friendships as well as romances, and in which area you find an aesthetic or enjoyable expression, okay? You could be wanting to have a partner, you know, somebody just to do this whole life thing with, you know, somebody to spend more time, you know, somebody that's going to support you and inspire you in a different type of way, okay? You could be like a real visionary, you know. You could also be having a lot of dreams right now, okay? The visionary fell, okay? And that's Aquarius energy, which is more of this air energy, you know. You need to really get out of your head, okay? Like Spirit's saying, drop down into your heart space, okay? It says you won the case, okay? I don't know, maybe you've been wondering about certain things for a long time and they're starting to become, you know, more clear to you, okay? It says 11:55, okay? You need to go on a soul-searching journey. It's time to begin a new endeavor, new direction, or perhaps a new business venture, okay? Maybe you kind of sort of figured out some things that were going on within you, you know, that you needed to change, you know? Spirit's saying you won on that, you know, now just keep following it, you know. We got blended family, okay? You could be you could have a blended family, okay? You could be like, you could be with someone, you know, that has kids that moved in, you know, and you guys are now trying to figure out how to work out the whole, you know, blending of the family thing, you know. Or you could just have like a really blended family, like, I don't know, I'm hearing like adoptions, something about a sexual assault setup. What are we talking about here, Spirit? Somebody, I don't know, somebody could know something about a sexual assault setup. We got smile. I don't know, maybe somebody could have tried to set you up with some sort of sexual assault in the past, okay? And you're doing a lot of healing from that now, okay? Maybe you figured out that it was a setup, okay? Maybe you thought back to, you know, who was around and what roles they played, you know. I'm getting like party type of energy. Maybe you was at a party, you know, maybe you had a friend leave you or something like that, you know. It says, sometimes I feel regret. Sometimes I wish that things would change, but sometimes it's just sometimes. And, you know, sometimes never stays, okay? But Spirit's saying, you know, you can change things, okay? We got child of wickedness. I don't know. Somebody could feel like they're a child of wickedness for some reason, but it says angels and ancestors. You have angels and ancestors that are dedicated to getting you everything that you deserve, you know? So, you got a lot of people around you that need to mind their own damn business. You know what I'm saying? It says, ask your angel guides for the help that you need, okay? Androdite says, my bad. Anna Delight says, I open myself with gratitude and surrender to unknown currents of divine bliss. Okay, so Spirit's asking you, you know, to give yourself a lot more self-love, you know, and go ahead and trigger that change that you want to see going on in your life right now. You know, your third eye is really strong, okay? You are a very wise and spiritually rare person, you know what I mean? And you even could seem kind of mysterious to people, you know, because you are connected to the unknown, okay? You believe in a lot of supernatural and divine things, you know, and supernatural and divine happenings is what I'm hearing, okay? So Spirit's saying, you know, it's one thing to believe and it's another thing to have faith, okay? Just to believe it exists is easier than having faith that God exists and he's going to provide for you what it is that you're asking him to provide for you. So you're needing to increase your faith a little bit, you know, and just trust more that things are going to work out. You could be someone who always feels like you have to do everything, you have to fix everything, you have to make things work, you know, but this card says things get harder before you level up. Know that, okay? Know that sometimes shit gets harder because you are improving, you know, and you're running through these last little tests where, you know, you're working with God and he wants to make sure you're going to be reliable, you're going to keep the faith, you're going to do everything that you promised me you were going to do, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a co-creation, you know, you have to be a good partner to God and he will always and forever be a good partner to you, you know that, you know what I mean? But it's all about holding up your end of the bargain that you have going on with him. It says you're working hard and making good life choices, and then out of nowhere a shitstorm starts and you can't figure out why. Like mountain climbers getting to the peak, it's steeper and the weather is worse up there, but if they were to give up or spend time crying about why it's so hard, no one would ever get to the top of Everest, okay? Most of us would rather chop off a hand than climb a snow-covered mountain, but it's still a great metaphor for making shit happen, you know? You make the things happen, okay? This says, I was going to shuffle, but it says, dance like everyone else, can go fuck themselves, you know. Maybe there's a need for you to kind of cut loose and realize that you do deserve joy, you know what I mean? Don't let the issues of your families or the issues of your past hold you back from smiling, okay? It says we cut ourselves off from joy far too often because we worry what other people will think of us. Take a moment today to look around and silently tell everyone to go fuck themselves and then dance. Okay, and then just dance about that shit. They are reading like right off the top of the deck. Okay, it says stop stressing over shitty ass fuck people, okay? The vast majority of our time is spent in strife and stress. It says the vast majority of our time spent in strife and stress is simply because we're stressing over shitty people. If you catch yourself thinking about a shitty person, take a moment and think about an awesome as fuck human. If you're going to spend time crawling up other people's ass, it might as well be someone awesome, you know. You don't have no time to, you know, be kissing no ass or be stressing over the bullshit stresses of these shitty people that don't give a fuck about what you're stressing about. Fuck that. Okay. It says you don't have to rebuild a relationship with everyone you have forgiven. You are hereby granted permission to forgive everyone, but still be super picky about every person you let into your inner circle. Now go forth and prosper. Okay, these flips, so I'm going to read them, okay? It says there are people who dislike you because you dislike yourself, okay? This is true. The biggest revenge we can have on people who judge us is to love ourselves hard and for really reals, okay? Some people are going to talk shit about you simply because you're shining bright as fuck, okay? So shine on, baby. Shine on, okay? It says the present moment is fucking amazing, okay? Open your eyeballs and look around. Even if you happen to be in the shittiest of shit times, there's probably something beautiful to notice right this very second. It could be that babies have eyelashes, and how could babies get any fucking cuter than having little baby eyelashes? Or maybe it's just that you took a breath and you didn't think you'd be able to do that. You did it. Amaze balls. You fucking breathed, okay? Breathe. That's the second time they brought up breath, okay? Maybe you could benefit from doing more breath work, you know, more meditating, okay? Getting more in tune with yourself right now, you know, really solidifying yourself, your boundaries, and the strength that you have, okay? So that you can make it to this next part of life, you know, where everything has the potential to be easier. You know, I'm talking like this because it's all up to you at the end of the day. You know, you're the one who decides, you know, how your story reads, you know, or the way that it goes. I was reading that book, something about personal freedom. I don't know. It's a Toltec guide to personal freedom. I can't think of the title right now, but it had this one example, you know, where they had someone write their life story, you know, like the beginning of their life, you know, like, oh, I was born here, you know, and the chick was like, we hopped all around from different places, you know, and I never got to make friends, and, you know, and they changed the story, you know, like, well, you know, I was born of a family, you know, and we traveled a lot, and I got to experience a lot of different places and a lot of different cultures at a young age. You know, they changed it totally, completely, and it sounded like a whole nother thing. It wasn't like a list of complaints, you know. It the second time it read like a good story, you know, like a life that you would want to live, you know. Write your story as a story that you want to live, you know, and really you know, highlight the positive things that you got out of your life, okay? This shadow card is popping out, okay? Maybe there's a need for you to deal with your shadow self, you know. You could be in denial about some things of the past, you know what I mean? Or you could have been in denial in the past, you know. You seem like you still have a lot of shadow work to do, you know, if this is for you, okay? But it says denial, projecting, and shame, you know, like somehow you were feeling like, you know, you were not so good enough, you know, but Spirit's saying you are great, you know what I mean? You are perfectly imperfect, you know. Just face those things that you feel like you need to heal, and really get into doing the healing on it, you know. The minute that you acknowledge it, you know, it kicks off the healing process anyway, you know, just because you said, hey, that's a problem, you know, I don't want to feel like this anymore, you know, or you ask God, hey God, you know, what can I do to improve my attitude or how I'm feeling, because, you know, I don't like it, I'm feeling stressed, I'm feeling shitty, and I just don't like it, you know. And Spirit said you can smile, you know, you have to lighten up to be enlightened, okay? Everything does not have to be so heavy, so serious, so sad, you know. Sometimes things are just a part of life, you know, and people really dwell and get hung up on those things that they've been through, and they have a hard time embracing the lessons. That's one of the hardest parts of our spiritual journey, is embracing those lessons as lessons and being able to detach in a healthy way. You know, you could have even been codependent in the past, okay? We got crop circles, okay, with the messages, curiosity, and signs. You know, you are someone who is very curious, you know what I mean? You're probably even someone who wants to receive more signs and messages from Spirit, but Spirit's saying that's going to require a new level of self-love, you know what I mean? In order for you to grow in your vibration, you're going to have to start spending a lot of time with yourself, start doing nice things for yourself, buy yourself flowers, take your spiritual baths, you know what I mean? Where you really sit and you really talk to Spirit, and you know, relax your body, you put your phone away, you're not watching a video or, you know, talking to everybody. Like, really take a break and take time to yourself and give yourself the love that you truly deserve, you know, even the love that you that you hope others would give you. They're not going to give it to you until you start giving it to yourself, okay? So we got Syrians B, okay, responsibilities, lessons, and growing up, you know. We're all always, we all have responsibilities, you know what I mean? But you have responsibilities to yourself, you know what I mean? You have a responsibility, a covenant, a contract to yourself through God, you know what I'm saying? God expects you to give yourself a certain amount of love, a certain amount of attention, and a certain amount of, you know, forgiveness and compassion, the same things that you give, that you would expect yourself to give in another relationship, right? In a relationship, you need trust, you need honesty, you need communication, you need all of these things, you know, those are the basic parts of a relationship, and those things come with you and yourself too. You know, don't promise yourself something and then not do it, and then not apologize to yourself, because you would apologize to someone else, right? It's only right, right? Okay, you're a person too, and you have a relationship with you and a responsibility to honor yourself, okay? You've gone through a lot of lessons, and you've done a lot of growing up, you know what I mean? If you've done a lot of it independently, you know what I mean? But Spirit's saying you've done all of that, and your self-confidence has taken a hit through all of these years, you know what I mean? Now's the time for you to really stand your ground, you know what I mean? And to be confident and proud of yourself and all of the things that you've overcome and all of the things that you've come through, okay? I promise I'll be good, and I will never do it again. I'm on my knees. I can't get over you, and all I need is for no chance. I was just playing with them girls, I was gonna get right back. I was tripping, your love is where it's at. You could have came to God like that, like I was tripping, okay? I did not know. You know, like, you could have even been someone, you know, who had like a big moment with God, you know, like, you know what, forget this. I'm not going to do this with you no more, you know, and God even still respects your temper tantrum, because even in a temper tantrum, you're still talking to God, you know, you're still yelling at him, and he's not listening to what you're yelling about. He's really scanning your body, you know, looking into your heart and really listening to what you truly desire, you know. But they're trying to get you to understand how to manifest, you know what I'm saying? Manifesting is more than learning about manifesting and then being like, okay, I can manifest, okay? And you can try a lot of different manifestation methods, and it could not pan out. It could just not work, you know what I'm saying? And you could be like, what the heck? Why isn't it working? Well, it's not working because your heart and your head don't really agree on what it is that you truly want, you know? Because you could have old shadow work in your mind, in your head, you know, all these things bouncing around that you really need to clear out, you know? There's a need for you to really control your thoughts, okay? You let your thoughts just run rampant, you know, and your emotions like boil over, and then you just shut down and just don't deal with that shit at all. And Spirit's saying, you know, no, that's not how you do it, you know what I mean? Go ahead and take a risk, take a chance on being yourself, you know what I mean? On getting more in tune with yourself and what you want and the way that you want to live your life, you know what I mean? Spirit's saying indulge a little, you know what I mean? You have permission to pamper yourself and also give more thanks, show more gratitude for the things that you do have. Things could be shitty, but things could be a lot shittier, okay? And don't forget that, you know what I mean? And it's okay to be territorial about your space and about your things and about your respect and your boundaries, okay? That they're stressing that a lot, you know what I mean? Especially in a time of spiritual growth. You need your fucking space, and you need to make that shit clear to people. You know how I feel. All right, let me get this last. You could be seeing a lot of birds, okay? Like just catching your attention. The song is called Birds Flying High. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. It's like you wanna, like, I'm like a bird, I'll only fly away. I don't know where my soul is. I don't know where my home is. It's like you long for this freedom, you know what I mean? For the freedom of a bird, you know, and Spirit's saying, you know, you are free. You're not trapped, okay? You're not trapped in any way, okay? You're in the void, okay? That makes a lot of sense, okay? This is divine feminine. You're in the void, okay? And in the void, it feels like there's a lot of nothing happening, you know what I mean? Like, you're not making very much progress, and you're not getting very many signs, and you're just trying to figure out, like, what is really going on here, Spirit? Like, what is the next step? What do I do? Okay, that you have to give yourself a lot of self-love, do a lot of research at this time. You could be in hermit mode, heavy, you know what I mean? But you're still embracing that the idea of oneness, you know what I mean? You're one with everyone and everything. So I hope you're being very cautious about the things that you say and the actions that you're taking right now, because it's all coming right back to you, okay? Everything that you're doing, everything you're putting out, it's all coming right back to you, okay? So I hope you're being very cautious about that. You know, when you truly accept oneness, you know what I mean, then you become, you know, this great diviner or diviner, you know what I mean, and you can, you know, you can see things coming and you're getting all of these signs, you know, but it takes a certain level of self-love and a self-acceptance and self-confidence and the healing of your sacral chakra and the healing of your root chakra before you can really start really getting into working with spirit, okay? Let me see. What page is this on? It's on page 110, you know. Follow your intuition is what 110 is giving me, you know, because 11 can be a number that points to your intuition. You have to, it's like a muscle, you know, you have to use it a lot, you know, and 0 represents the power of God. God is always in your energy because God is within you, okay? There's not a time where God is not there, okay? If it's like, I don't want to, okay, so it says the masculine and feminine aspects of you are in balance. This card brings feelings of comfort, love, kindness, compassion, and tolerance, okay? Menstruation and birth are considered rites of passage and or internal initiations, okay? Men have also gone their sacred initiations to be able to enter this integration and fulfill their true purpose. It is the blackness of the void, the womb, that the seed alchemizes. It is in the blackness of the void / the womb that the seed alchemizes and begins to grow, okay? Sleep with this card under your pillow to receive messages from your subconscious and other oracles who may be trying to come to you. Or you can sleep with citrine or amethyst under your pillow, okay, to do that same thing, okay? It says each soul is encrypted with the divine journey and blueprint, but we know the external factors can shift our growth. No one can truly hurt you when this card appears. You are the only one who integrates hurt into compassion and love, okay? So very important that you are transmuting right now, okay? Transmuting anything that is not serving you, you know what I'm saying? Really, like, even if you go outside, okay, put your feet in the grass, you know, and let the roots grow out of your feet into the earth, you know, really connecting with the earth, okay, and the outside energies. It really does something, you know, when you go and plug in. It really even affects your health, okay? It recalibrates your body. It really does, okay? The new thought pattern. So here's an idea for a new thought pattern. I am confident and it is safe for me to be powerful. Okay, that's a good affirmation. I am confident and it is safe for me to be powerful. Another one is, it is easy for me to silence the voice in my mind and maintain awareness. I find peace everywhere, okay? And that is for another card that's called Intergalactic Mastery, okay? This is what you're working on. You're working on your intergalactic mastery and really accepting the energies and integrating all of this new way of being into your old way of being. And that's why, you know, it's they brought up all of these different things in the beginning, okay? I'm gonna look up citrine for y'all because that's the crystal that it says for this card. All I do is like I live twice. I ain't got no type. He said, I've been living life like I lived twice, okay? That's kind of what this whole spiritual awakening thing is, you know? Because I feel like, you know, everything that I used to do and like the life that I used to live, I feel like that shit was like a past life. Like, that's how deep it is. Like, it's so different from the way that I'm moving and living now. You know what I'm saying? So citrine's keywords are manifestation, power, personal will, and mental clarity, okay, and creativity, okay. After you come out of the void, you're going to feel this fire, all of this inspiration to do whatever it is, you know, that spirit is calling you to do, okay. Wow. And look, the element is fire. The chakras are the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus chakra. So I was right about that. Okay, you are working on your lower chakras right now, doing a lot of healing, and that means, you know, like weeding through a lot of family issues and trauma, and, you know, past lover issues and trauma as well. Okay, it says citrine opens the inner doors to increase clarity of thought, enhance creativity, and magnified powers of will and manifestation. It is one of the premier stones for the second chakra and is capable of awakening the powers of creative imagination in even the most unconscious individuals, okay? It says, imagination, as Einstein said, is more important than knowledge. Knowledge refers to the fact, conditions, or principles already known and is thus rooted in the past. Through knowledge alone, there can be repetition only, no creativity. The creative powers of human beings and all beings are rooted in imagination, and also your imagination is very important to your manifestations. My imagination has improved like so much since, you know, I started this whole journey, you know. Well, I mean, I guess we're on the journey the entire time, but since I became more aware of the journey that I'm on, I should say, my imagination has increased, and your imagination is very important to your manifestations. You have to be able to imagine the thing that you want in detail. You know, that's why they say when you pray, be specific. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're praying, it really is essentially the same thing as you manifesting, okay? You're sitting there and you're like God, and you're using all of your concentration and all of your feeling to relate to God what it is that is the problem or what it is that you need fixed. And so God responds to you imagining that thing fixed. You know what I'm saying? That's why sometimes people's prayers don't seem like they're not getting answered, because they're praying for that thing, but then they're not imagining the best outcome of it. They don't really have the faith that that thing's going to work out. So that's why we were covering faith too. You know, your faith and your imagination are the most important parts of your manifestations. If you're not having faith that it's going to turn out for the best, and you're not imagining it in detail, if it's not, you know what I mean, if you don't want it so bad that you can see every single detail of it working out, then it's not going to work out. Okay, you have to use your own personal will and your power, and believe in yourself and your power. That's why self-confidence is very important. Okay, so Spirit's working with you guys on all of that. Okay, so it says, before someone could create the laser beam, the sonnet, or the souffle, it had to be imagined. Imagination is the means by which one turns toward the time stream from the future, opening the self beyond what has been into the realm of what can be. Okay, citrine in both natural and heated form stimulates imagination through 3 portals: the second, the third, and the sixth chakras. Okay, so that's the sacral chakra, the solar plexus chakra, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the throat chakra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, the third eye, duh. Okay, so the third eye chakra. Okay, that's how you manifest with the sacral, solar plexus, and third eye chakras. Okay, the vibratory resonance of citrine activates and harmonizes these 3 energy centers, all of which are necessary to the process of creative imagination. Okay, so it says through the 6th or the third eye chakra, citrine activates the thinking process and enhances mental clarity as well as the visionary function through which inner images appear. After all, imagination is in essence the process of image making, okay? Until one has the image, one cannot build the invention. Woo! That's confirmation though. Okay, look. Through the second chakra, citrine stimulates the creative function, the wellspring from which new potentials are born. It is fitting that this chakra is also the sexual energy center, the source of both types of conceptions, right? Okay, because with your sexual energy, you have the power to create, okay? So it says imaginal and biological, okay? So it says through the third chakra, the solar plexus, citrine generates the human dynamo of personal will. It is said that great accomplishments are 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. The energy that sustains one thought the energy that sustains one through the grunt work of manifesting one's creative ideas is that of the will, okay? Without this third component, ideas can fizzle out before they come to fruition. Citrine strengthens the third eye chakra, and through that, one can more readily dig down and find the persistence to make it happen, okay? Little manifestation lesson right there, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit, okay? That's all I have for you guys, okay? I hope you guys have a happy, fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day, that you got something that you needed and can use in your actual life out of that. I hope you have a happy, fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day. I always say it twice. See you later. Bye.